G'day team, welcome to episode 3 of the Re-Educate and Development series. Question 3 was my favourite exercise outside of the gym. So anyone who's come to the gym, anyone who's sort of known my style of training over the past, well, forever really, 10-15 years, knows that I wouldn't call myself a sprinter, but I attempted sprinting. So anything explosive, anything power-based, that's sort of my type of training. So I just wanted to touch on sprinting a little bit today. I see a lot of people out there, especially your fake Instagram PTs and all that sort of stuff, trying to say, you know, they're doing sprint training, they're doing this, they're doing that. I think there's a huge difference between actual sprint training and work capacity training. And a lot of people don't really understand the difference between the two. So basically, you want to treat sprint training exactly how you would treat your max strength training. You know, so if you're going to go in and attempt a 1RM, you're going to have a few minutes, 3, 4, 5 minutes before you do your next set. You're not going to attempt 150 kilo back squat and then 30 seconds later try and attempt 152, and then 30 seconds later try and attempt 155. You know, that's not how strength training works, and it's not how sprint training works. So what I mean by that is, if you're doing 100 meter sprint repeats on 30 seconds or even on the minute, you're not doing sprint training. You know, you're training your work capacity, you're training your ability to be able to move quickly, with short recovery periods, and then be able to move quickly again, okay? So that is a completely different training to sprint training. If you are wanting to get into sprint training, if you have any questions about sprint training, feel free to hit me up. But just a little program that you might run through. Obviously you're gonna go through your warm-up. So your warm-up is probably gonna be, 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, stride throughs, drills, just explosive things that are gonna get your body active, get the blood flow happening, and especially into the muscles that you are gonna be using. A lot of people, they'll just do a quick lap and warm their legs up, but sprinting is just about as much coming from shoulders and chest and arm swing as it is running through the legs. So, hey guys, phone died. I had to run upstairs and pop it on charge. Just touching on an upper body workout for sprinting. Sitting down, I've got a cushion under my bum here on the ground. You don't need a cushion, but it definitely helps. So what you want to do is just use your sprinting motion, and you want to try, and every time you pump that arm, your bum is going to bounce on the ground, okay? So every time you move, your bum is going to bounce up and down. That's a perfect exercise, what I was talking about before, to warm up the upper body, instead of just doing lower body exercises to warm up. I just got all rugged up here because it's about 3.5 degrees today in Melbourne. So basically, I just want to run through a quick program that you might do, if you're wanting to actually do sprint training. So first of all, it's an energy system. It's the ATP PC energy system. Anywhere up to around the sort of 12-15 second mark is where you're going to get the most benefits, doing your sprint training. So if you are training for things, further 400s, 800s, whatever, sprint training isn't exactly the type of training that you want to be doing. You might want to be focusing more on the work capacity type stuff. If you are wanting to purely get faster for a sport, football, soccer, basketball, anything like that, yes, work capacity is required, but you need to do separate sprint training in order to get faster. You're not going to get faster from work capacity training, okay? So, yeah, touching on what I said before with the 3 to 5 minutes, you might do an all-out 100-meter sprint and give it 3 to 5 minutes rest, and then another all-out 3 to 5 minutes rest, another all-out you could only do 400-meter sprints for that entire session. You know, that is your work block for 100-meter max effort sprints across a 20-minute period, and that could very much be your complete session. Obviously, you're going to do your 10-minute warm-up. You're going to put that speed block in, and then, you know, you might work on some work capacity or some hill stuff, or you know, stride work, technique work, all that sort of stuff after that. But for your actual sprint block, you know, it might only be 20 minutes, and you might only do 400-meter sprints, which might only be, well, depending how fast you are, hopefully your 400-meter sprints are going to be under a minute, as in 15 seconds each sprint. If they're not, then you definitely need to be doing sprint training to get faster, okay? So yeah, that's my exercise, my favorite exercise to do outside of gym training, sprinting. And yeah, once again, if you have any questions, hit me up. I've got another question that I'm going to do today as well, so there'll be another video posted up tomorrow. Peace, guys. Cheers.